The bandwagon is starting to fill, right? The Honolulu Blue bandwagon. Say that 10 times fast.
Big time. Lions
why not?
favored to win the division.
Why not? They played the best football in that division last 6 weeks of 2022. I don't think I'm telling any tales out of school. That the Vikings, you could say, and thanks for the call, Mark. I appreciate it. Not to have you hang on and listen to me prattle on here, but look it up. You got the Google there in front of you. The Vikings record after the Munich game. And the reason why I say the Munich game, they weren't in it, but I was in Germany, and that's where, after calling Bucks versus Seahawks, we watched all of the games in a makeshift viewing room in a conference room in our hotel in downtown Munich.
What week was that?
It was, and the reason why I bring it up is that's where I saw the remarkable Justin Jefferson one-handed grab against Buffalo.
Oh,
that game.
Yeah. So that was week 10.
After week 10, what did Minnesota finish? Like 3-3, 4-3, or something like that?
No, 5-3. 5-3.
What did Detroit finish in their last 8?
Let's see. Detroit.
They might have been 5-3 too.
Detroit in their last 8, 6. Well, no, they won
3.
They were 8-2
in their last 10.
In their last 10.
What about their last 8?
I'm
just trying to figure this out.
6-2. They were 2-6.
Brother, they played the best football in that division to wrap things up. As we all know,
they were 1-6.
As we all know, the Bears didn't win after starting 2-1. That's why they were drafting first overall.
Yeah, the Lions were 1-6.
And they have made some moves. Boy, do I like them. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, you bring him in. David Montgomery is going to have to come up with enough touchdowns to supplant Jamal Williams' 17. But a lot of those were like on the 2-yard line. I mean, David Montgomery could score from there too.
If you subscribe to the anybody can score inside the 5, then Montgomery will put up very similar numbers to what Jamal Williams did.
I like him.
I think you're not.
Am I going to do it? Am I going to do it? Should I do it now?
You're not going to.
Should I do it now?
They're the betting favorite, so it's not a limb that you're going out on. But
the Detroit Lions are currently the betting favorites to win the NFC North.
Correct.
Wow.
Different times.
The bandwagon's full.
It's full. Yeah.
But for good reason, I think.
I think so. I mean, look, we all laughed at Dan Campbell a couple of years ago, the kneecaps thing and all that. But, I mean, they've really put something together. They play for him. They play hard. And let's be honest, Jared Goff, little renaissance here for him.
They also have 2 first-round draft choices. 2. And their version, and
Jameson Williams.
Their one is less than is the worst of the 2. The one that they bring to the table.
And they essentially get a first-round wide receiver because he barely played last year. Yeah.
But in no way is this Lions bandwagon filled.
You don't think so? I think
there's got to be more room. No one's been on the Lions for long enough to say that the wagon is full.
So then let me hop on an empty seat.
Yeah, trust me, there's seats on that bandwagon.
I'm in. Then fine. I'll take a seat. I'll take a seat now.
Do it. Division? Calling it?
I'm calling it.
Say the words.
Home playoff game, Detroit Lions for the 2023 season. Done.
Let's go.
Now then. It was right around this time I said the same thing about the Raiders last year, which is
we talking playoffs
to date. Worst football take I've had in the 8+ year history of the program.
I mean, that's playing the result.
It is playing the result because the result's terrible.
But at the time, there was a lot of momentum similar.
Well, especially since I hopped off of the wagon that somebody had been riding 6 consecutive years and then took to the Super Bowl podium.
It'd been a winning wagon, and you were like, let me just try something else.
Not just a winning wagon. I mean, the wagon has got a lot of banners hanging from it.
That wagon's full.
Okay, so I was one of the many who downgraded the team that had the eventual MVP and eventual Super Bowl run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you thought
So Detroit Lions, grain of salt. There's a huge grain of salt. There's a silo of salt from this whole thing. But I will say this. I'm in. Because at 6th overall, they're going to get a tremendous football player.
Yep.
Tremendous football player. And then after that, they're going to sit back at 18 and get another really good football player who could be just as tremendous as the guy they chose 6 overall, or they trade back. Could you imagine if somehow, someway, Anthony Richardson's still available at 6?
I don't think that's going to happen. But it could.
I don't know. That this was that somehow, some way, the Colts and the Seahawks don't take Anthony Richardson. And he's sitting there, and it's possible that happens, that they, love the player that's on the draft board, and they're not going to pass up on that for a quarterback that they don't need.
But if they're win now, he doesn't really help you this year with Goff playing as well as
I'm saying they don't choose Anthony Richardson.
Someone trades up with them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And they start collecting picks.
Suddenly they're in a weird spot, an unfamiliar spot.
In. I'm not lone wolf. No. By the way, you're drunk on the drops. He's drunk. He's drop drunk.
That's a good team name.
Hey, listen. I'm not lone wolfing. But I want to get in on this before by the summer.
By the summer.
They're going to be asking me to get off the bandwagon so I could a later bandwagon just to sell the seats on this oversold bandwagon.
Yeah. Secondary market bandwagon.
By the summer?
Yeah.
Secondary market bandwagon? Is that a fantasy team name?
Maybe. Drunk on drops?
Drunk on drops. I like the drops.
Hey, give Jay Felly credit. He's paying attention.
Hey.
True. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.